What's up everybody, Jay speaking. Today I want to talk about 3 different ways that you can use the sound pool on Syntakt and also on Analog Rytm for making your pattern more interesting, making your lead unique, and go crazy with sound designs that nobody else is going to be able to reproduce. These 3 sections are going to be in order of increasing complexity. So if you stick around till the end of the video, you're going to make something like this. Pretty quickly, right? And I'm gonna also show you how to personalize it, modify it in unique ways to make it fit the vibe of your track and achieve that unique sound design, sound signature sounds that we all crave. So let's go and use this sound pool. Okay, the first way to use the sound pool that I want to show you is about making your beat more varied without occupying many different tracks, but using the same one in combination with the sound pool to make variation to your beat. There are 2 ways to add a sound to the sound pool that I think is worth mentioning. First one, you have to go to the sound menu, pressing Funk and Sound, and then you go to Sound Manager. Left arrow, View Pool, our pool now is emptied, and then we press the right arrow and we say Save to Here. We're gonna call it Kick 1, and we're gonna save it here, right in our sound pool. This just saved the track sound that we modified a little bit. But then let's have a look at the second way to add sound to the sound pool, which is by browsing. And you can preview the sound by pressing Funk and Yes. Some of them cannot be loaded to the active track, which is super annoying because you have to scroll through and find those that are supported by the track that you're using. I don't know. Yeah, let's try this just to see the effect better. And then you're gonna press the right arrow, go to this menu and say Copy to Sound Pool. Now, if we go back here and press left and we view the pool again, we see that we have the Prodigy kick that we just loaded and the kick 1 that we saved. So let's do the same for the snare. The snare track. So it's very thin, a bit too long, and okay, let's say we like this. Then again, Sound Manager, left, View Pool, right, Save to Here, and we call it Snare 1. We have it, and now we go back to Sound Manager, check for a snare sound. We can filter by left arrow, snare, go back here and see if we can load any of them. Okay, this is what we'll do. Copy to sound pool, 1 sound copied. And I'll do the same for a hi-hat, but I will save you the pain of watching me doing this. Okay, now if we view our pool, we see that we have 2 kicks, 2 snare, and 2 hats. And we loaded that on track 1, 2, and 12. Let's start with the kick and see how we can use the sound pool. We put triggers here for the floor. Let's say you want the 4-1 to be a bit different. And the only thing you have to do is basically press the trigger, go to this level data thing and choose one of the kicks that you saved. Of course, the kick 1 is the one that we saved, so it's basically the same, but I can do this. So now on the 4th I have this, and the cool thing is that this sound, when you press it, you see it says here Prodigy. You can apply parameter lock, so I can make it shorter, I can make it a bit more subby. Then we go to the snare. We want the first snare to be different from the second one. The only thing we have to do is go here, tilted, and now we have very loud this one. So now we have 2 different snares. Let's do the same for the hi-hat. These are closed, but I took one that is kind of open, and we can put it here, fader. I can also press 2 together and assign that. And notice that is choking itself, meaning that this one that we just put, fader, if I put a very long mid or it's gonna be cut from this one. So, and the cool thing is that you can modify each of these sounds that are found in the sound pool with parameter locks for each separate trigger. And of course, you can do the same for the other one that is actually now active. Okay, the second application I want to show you is about using the sound pool for a synth sound. I like track 5 by default. And let's go one octave higher and do some sound design like. The idea here is to record the melody. Let's put maybe first a kick. So we are on time, and then we go back to track 5 and we try out some melody then. Maybe do 2 pages, so we have more time. Quantize because definitely not on time. So okay, this is a cool sound, but can we make it more interesting? So let's go ahead and save this to the sound pool. Remember, view pool. Since I'm in the same project as before, we still have the sounds from the previous section, but we leave a couple empty and we save here like synth S1. Then we have it here. We go back to sound design and we can, for instance, take another machine like the Swarm, I also like it, and see what we get here. Alright, let's save this one. And then we make a similar one, but with more delay, for instance, and a bit of filter envelope. A bit less of this. Okay, we save this again. View pool. Save here, S3. And we do another one for fun. Alright, this will do. Sound manager, view pool, save here. Oops. Save to here, S4, save. Okay, now check this out. This one has only the active track, right? Which is the last one that we saved. But what we can do is we can go here and say, okay, you go synth 1, you go synth 1 as well, but you go synth 2, synth 4, so you see, you can still recognize the melody, but somehow it has this different feeling because it's changing every note. And of course you can add trigger conditions. So every time you see this one, I'm going to add a trigger condition for this sound, which is S1. Now I make 2. This one is S2. I can make it more long. I have some delay here. Pretty cool, right? Okay, for our last example, which is the most advanced one, let's just use the same bit that I just made and add a few things to the sample pool. We're gonna do it with the other method. So I'm on track 5, so let's see what I can load. The idea is to load as many different sounds as possible, even mixed drums and synth, doesn't matter. I don't know, this one I like. Actually, we can select this and select multiple ones and add them in bulk. It's so annoying. I don't know why doesn't it filter only based on the track that can be loaded. If you know a way to do that, please write it in the comment. It drives me crazy. Maybe too much snares here. Let's filter by synth. Some synths here. It's cool. Yes. It's cool. Selected. Very nice. Metallurgy, right? These are gonna go 5 sounds to the sound pool. Then we can filter for some more. Let's say we want texture. Copy to a sound pool. So we have a lot of sounds now in our sound pool. If you look here, after S4, we have all these guys that we can use. And now I'm gonna show you what's the deal. Put a trigger for all of them. And now it's only using again the track sound, but we're just gonna do random assignment. Every time a different one that is random. Maybe it isn't. Wait for it. Nice. Alright, maybe let's do only one page, otherwise we'll go crazy. And now, to obtain the sound that we heard at the beginning, what we're gonna do is basically route our track 5 and also the effect for now to the effects track. If you don't know how the effects track work in detail, check this video up here. I show you everything you need to know in order to use it. But assuming you saw the video, let's go ahead and go to the effects track, put a bunch of triggers and enable, for now, filter. We can do LFO later. And now what's going on is that this filter is applied to everything that comes into the effects track, right? So we routed track 5, which did all this crazy sound design. And now the cool thing is that not only you can make it, you know, shorter, and kind of acidic, but you can also record automation. Since we are routing the delay as well, if you don't, then you're gonna see the delay and the reverb keeping playing. Which you might or might not like. In addition to the filter automation, I can also include the LFO and come here and select a destination. Not so many, but you can control, for instance, the amp volume, the whole thing. If you don't know how the LFO works, check out this other video where I show exactly how to understand this guy. With amp is nice, but let's try with the filter maybe. And we do it like trigger. I love this one. And another thing I want to show you is that you can mute triggers by doing this. So if you want to make it a bit less full. And this will also allow the sounds to complete their envelope cycle if you leave enough space between two triggers. One important thing, don't press function and again this trigger because you're gonna erase it. You're just gonna press it again and everything comes back to normal. But you know, you can... And this brings me to the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed these 3 creative ways to use the sound pool and you learned how to familiarize with it and incorporate it in your workflow. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my Spotify. Buy me a coffee if you feel like, and see you next time.